Denzal lifts up off the ground as if he's being stretched and pulled. Please roll me a D100.
Oh, hello.
Hello! Hey, you can raise your arms. That's okay.
One arm today.
One arm.
As we do this, we look like we're holding hands. Oh.
Yeah, you guys need to go the other way. Yeah, Mark, you're all right. Bing, you need to go the other way. Baskia, you need to go both, and then I need to go down.
Oh, creepy hands down.
Welcome back to the Imaginary Tavern. We're playing Icewind, Rime, and the Frostmaiden. In the real world, it's been a hot minute since we've played. We just had a bit of a chat about what's going on. Probably still get it wrong. Continuity will be bad, but we're going to have a great time. So as a briefest recaps, the cup flickers were en route to try and find the ring that was in the fish that was hanging on the wall at a tavern in Brynshander. That has led them all over places, including being teleported by Oriel to a strange shrine up in the spine of the world. From there, they have travelled across the tundra in search of the Druagar outpost, which is north of Caer Konig. En route, however, they found a strange tower embedded upside down in the ice. They have been traveling, making their way floor to floor, discovering books, as we had a long discussion about it earlier. All of the rooms are upside down. It's a bit of a state in there. It's very otherworldly, this building. It's made of sort of a stone metal hybrid. And they are on the third floor going downwards, where Baskia, sneaky, has come to a door, has looked through a keyhole, and has seen a makeshift study, and sat behind the desk is Denzal, a wizard of the Arcane Brotherhood, a bit shabby, has a big, pointed wizard's hat, patchwork clothing, whom they have seen died twice. They've met 3 times, but died twice. They've met them once in Bremen, where they gave them a little quest to go into the lake where they met barbecue sauce. Also saw them being burned at a stake in East Haven. And then on the road to their current location, discovered Denzal once again being attacked by charlatan berserkers, where he had his face smashed in and died. And now, for the fourth time, you have found Denzal with an undead warrior at their side in the depths or upside down heights of this wizarding tower. Baskia, I believe you've jumped down from the above level in front of everyone, ahead of everyone, and you've had a little scour around this floor briefly, leading you to the final room. There's one more hole that goes downwards into another level. But yes, you are at this doorway. You are peeking through. It's quite hard to sort of get a full read of the room, but essentially Denzal is sitting at a desk poring over some books, and a undead warrior. You can see the pale white skin pull taut across a bony face. What do you do?
Are we connected telepathically currently? Am I?
Because you've got a crystal, so does Granny Topes. But I think it's within 30 feet for you. I think it depends on your depth.
Did I get a crystal as well? That's exciting.
The one that we got from we killed those 2 dragonlings.
You found a second one.
Great. In which case, I will telepathically say to Topes and Pignut that
oh shit, there's another Denzal in there and he's talking to some undead person, but he's alive and they don't look like they're fighting, so we might actually be able to speak to him. Do you think you can make your way down? Can I also try and hear what they're saying? As in, like, I'll say that, and then I would love to be able to hear.
He doesn't seem to be saying it at the moment. He's quite frantically poring over quite a heavy tome. Sort of scouring a finger across, turning the page, finger across, turn the page. Make an insight check.
Okay.
I'm gonna head down as well.
Oh, good. Oh, well, that's a natural one, but she gets advantage. That's fine. Dirty 20.
Dirty
lovely.
20.
Ooh, yeah.
Denzal is a bit frantic in this moment. Obviously searching for something. And the figure behind looks very uninterested in what's going on.
Interesting.
Hey, Baskia. We're here.
Hello. And we'll still telepathically. But wait, he seems to be looking for something. Was he looking for something when we met him in Brinchander? No, the first place.
He was.
Let me look. Let me see what she was.
Feels like
Let
it
me
was.
look in the archive of my mind. Hang
Yeah.
on.
Are we peeping through? We're peeping through the hole, isn't it?
There's like classic fantasy keyhole so you can all peer in. Let me just put my porridge not on my desk.
We could say hi telepathically. Oh, he won't be able to reply though. That will also probably scare him. Do you remember his
Well,
last thing? He said, the last thing he said when he died the last time was like, "Oh, I was so close," or something.
Why don't we just ask him? I'm going to crack the door open and go, Denzal, what are you looking for?
Denzal!
Hello.
Excellent. He didn't know you were coming, so there is a start by him. He sort of looks up wide-eyed at you all. The undead figure draws a long sword before Denzal stands up, looking at you and says, "Oh, well, hello. It seems that we have met before."
You're alive!
Yes. Yeah, I am. It's lovely to see you all. How'd you find me? I didn't think anyone knew about this place. Did I tell you?
Denzal, you seem to be everywhere.
He goes, and he sits down, motioning to a hand to the creature behind him, and says, Crintus, I don't think we have a fight on our hands. Do we?
No!
Good.
I'm so glad you're alive. You're like the fourth one we've come across that's alive but not dead.
How do you
Not
not know how
dead.
many there are?
Wait. Dead?
Yeah, pretty dead.
But you're alive again, so that's all right.
No. Who died? Which one?
Denzal. Denzal died, and then Denzal died, and then
So one of the Denzals was in East Haven and had done some pretty naughty shit apparently in East Haven, but I don't know what happened, and then he got burned. We rocked up at the burning, so couldn't really do much about it. And then what the hell was the other one? Oh, we were fighting. He was fighting some Oriel undead people. What?
yeah.
We did try and save him, but I'm going a bit Australian. But it was impossible.
He looks over his shoulder to Crintus, the undead creature behind him, and looks back at you. That is a shame.
You don't that wasn't you? What's going on? What are you doing? What are you up to, Denzal?
he sort of rights himself. He sits tall, and he says, I am a simulacrum of my creator. I'm a copy, an illusion. I am made of snow and shadow, and I am just a copy.
Oh.
Denzal, the real Denzal, copied himself multiple times to make exploring this Icewind Dale as easy as possible. To find out as much information and, well, the location of something very important. Do you know where you are, what this place is?
No.
This is a fragment of a great Netherese flying city that crashed here in Icewind Dale over 2,000 years ago. And it now is somewhere deep beneath the ice. The Netherese people, they were so advanced in their use of the arcane, of spells, of magic, more so than we could ever imagine. On the lowest level of this tower, the tallest, one floor down, there is a chamber that can turn illusions into reality. But I and Quintus, we don't have the life spark needed to operate such a device. This is Quintus. He's under my owl protection. With your help, I think I could become Denzal for real.
Why would you want to become your master? Why would you want there to be...
Because I am not real. I'm an illusion. I will degrade and disappear in time. I cannot learn. I cannot grow. I cannot change. I will cease to be. And if I'm one of the last ones left, if one of the Denzals that you met was the real Denzal and he is dead, I will be too.
Can't you communicate with him? Can't you ask? Did he come with you? I'm guessing if
We
you're worried
separated.
about it.
He told me to wait here to protect the Spire until he returned. We've been looking for a way to find what happened to the city, to enter it and to explore the place.
How do you know Quintus? Who? Hi, Quintus. Who are you?
He sort of just nods. I am here to serve my master. You must ensure that he is brought into flesh and blood. He can no longer be an illusion if he is the last one left.
Denzal, I've got some bad news for you. Oh my God, I'm sorry. So Australian. It's bad news for you, Denzal. Unfortunately, you realise that if you were real, you would still die eventually.
Yes, I understand that, but I would be... I am a construct. I cannot learn. I have a finite ability to exist. The magic within me that makes me, every moment it depletes. I may have Denzal's memories and his knowledge, but I don't want to be a copy.
And how long do you have?
I still have some of my arcane abilities, and as long as I hold on to those and I don't expel them, I should be all right. But one day I will need to use them, and when they all go, I will too. And you think back now to this moment when you saw Denzal fighting the Shardalin Berserkers, he was very reluctant to cast any spells. He was just trying to bat them off with his staff. One spell was cast, so you knew that he could cast spells, but he had only cast the one.
There's two things really that you're telling us here, and I'm not here to judge you, but what you're saying is two pronged. So on the one hand, you're telling me that you don't want your master to die, and so you want to become flesh and blood to preserve his life because you're worried that he's dead. And on the other hand, you're telling me that you don't want to be a copy, which makes sense, that you don't want to cease to exist, which is more of a selfish reason. So which one is it? Neither is wrong, but you're telling us two things, not one.
Well, if Denzal is dead, there's no bringing him back.
He's alive. Then there'll be two Denzels.
He is alive. You said they died.
You don't know how many there are. How many are there? How many of you are there?
There's 4 of us, including me, and including the real Denzal.
I guess the problem is that we don't know if the one that we met is also one of the ones that died.
Well,
we know that 2 are dead.
He was at our lodgings, our where we were staying in East Haven. That's the last time I spoke to him. He said that's where he was going back to.
Oh, and that's
insight check.
Ooh,
insight.
Really good idea.
Oh my god! If I didn't have advanced on insight, we'd all be buggered. I think 23.
23.
Yeah.
Panic is rising in him. He is becoming a bit frantic and a bit desperate. He's frantic and he's desperate.
Is he desperate in? Because I think the thing that I'm concerned about is what are his intentions? Is he a copy that has aspirations for real life that has nothing to do with whatever the original plan was? Or is he genuinely like, oh shit, Denzal's dead, and to preserve that whole thing? What do I get a feel for which one it could be?
I mean, definitely its self-preservation is there. Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh shit! That was my Arcana.
Or a history. I'll take either.
They're actually the same, which is fine. I'll do Arcana because that's what you said first. It's a natural one.
You've never heard of like simulacrums and copying of people. Like, you can imagine that, there is a sense of what he's saying is true. You copy yourself, like your memories, your emotions, everything into another being. In a way, they are you, but they're also separate from you and will have their own... the blueprints is there, but they're going to be affected by everything around them and eventually becoming their own person. So you feel this a copy, probably rightly, will want to become the prime eventually, or will want to become their own thing as they move further and further away from the initial copy.
What? You said you were all looking for something. What? What's the goal?
The city, the Netheril city. It crashed here. Well, no, this is only a fraction of it. A section that fell off while the city was falling and has been embedded in the ice here, but somewhere here, the whole city must be.
And Denzal, before there's a reason that you exist as a simulacrum. So, what was the original Denzal looking for? We can help you.
To find the city.
Yes, we'll help you. But what were you originally looking for?
The Netheril city that crashed here 2,000 years ago. That's
Why?
Power. Magic from 2,000 years ago of the most sophisticated wizards and arcanists out there.
And what would you do with that power? Be honest now so that we can help you.
Learn. Develop our spellcraft. Rise to power. Be able to be like the Netherese. Live in flying cities above the world.
Well, what's the point if you can't leave this place?
Well, the Netherese, their magic was beyond our comprehension. I don't think an everlasting Rime would be much of a problem for them.
Insight check. I want to know, is he a power-hungry maniac?
Mm-hmm.
He wants to use it for evil. Right. Come on. I got cat face. That's the first one. I didn't test the dice before we played, and it was a good choice. So I got 26.
Asking if someone is power hungry, it's a hard question because
I don't know if he's got like a sense of evil around. He's got something in the night around him.
I mean, I don't think with an insight you can go, he is evil. Someone who wants to learn and develop any sort of mage, wizards who are, well, you as well, the three of you, learning more spells, more power, gaining more power from your god, reading through your book of the open hand, tuning into your undead nature and the shadows that cling around you. You are all growing in power, and that's the same thing that is driving the Denzals. But his power doesn't come from a book. It doesn't come from sort of a practice of the way of the open hand. It doesn't come from a god. It doesn't come from the darkness and the elder and your ability to hunt and scavenge. His comes from learning. And what they have found is the pinnacle of that in the Netherese people. And they wish to hunt that power down and to learn. Now,
and then to use it to take over the world?
Well, this is the thing. What happens when they get the power? That is where the needle will tip in one of two ways. With your insight now, his immediate goal is to become real. So he can get to the Netherese city. He can try and discover where it is. And I think with your natural 20, you see that a undead entity behind him, which was quite blasé about the whole thing, now hearing that his real master is potentially no more, he is very interested to get this Denzal to be real.
Can I ask a question that I maybe I need to roll again for this? Is it for sure that the Denzal is the master of the dead person, not the other way around?
That the copy is the master? Is that what you're asking?
No, this Crintus. Yeah. He's saying that Denzal is the master.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm wondering is Denzal the master, or is Crintus the master?
There's been nothing within the whole interactions you have seen and with that Nat 20 insight that would give you that impression. He
just seems not like a servant the way he acts. Thank you for that very political answer to all those questions, Barnaby.
Are you
Interesting.
Are you? So that's what you want. What does the Brotherhood want? Do you? One of your Denzels warned us once that perhaps the Brotherhood were not all aligned or on the same page, and I'm wondering where you sit with that.
Of course not. The Arcane Brotherhood are a group of powerful spellcasters who are all interested in pursuing their arcane knowledge. That's why they came here. And when they found out that a Netheril city was somewhere in Icewind, they all came running. And they are all doing whatever they can do to get under and to find where this city is. Or whatever remains of it.
Jesus, it feels like a lot of power could fall into the wrong hands, and we don't know all the hands to know what ones might be best.
Look, I suppose I don't know what the other members of the Arcane Brotherhood were trying to do. I don't know the real Denzal's intentions other than to find the city. All I know is I'm going to die.
And we will all die, but when you were a real boy, Denzal, how will you use that power?
I will continue what, and he's struggling, like he's got the sort of drive and whatever ambition Denzal has, but you can see now like cracks are coming through of him thinking about that, going, that is what has been imprinted on me, but is that what he wants? And just going back to your insight checks before, you don't get the sense that he knows. I think he's in this moment at the moment. He's in this issue at the moment where he has people in front of him who can help him become real. And that is his top priority.
Promises, Denzal, promises that you will help end the curse on this land if we help you.
Well,
when you were real.
Well, of course, look, they were so powerful, the Netherese people. They had power that could match the gods. And some lesser deity which is causing a night to fall in Icewind. I'm sure there is a way. I'm sure there is something that they could do. Some artifact, some magic, some knowledge or lore. Some spell that could end this.
Well, I'm convinced. Let's help him.
In their heads, in Topes and Pignut's head, I'll just sort of say, I wonder if these Netherese people are to do with the Nautiloid.
Ooh.
Just to get that into everyone's minds.
But yeah, I think you didn't say that out loud.
Yeah, no.
Telepathically, Pignut's just going to say, I don't trust him.
Denzal,
I'll hear that. I assume I hear that.
And I'll say, Denzal, I now completely trust you. And we will help you on your mission to become alive.
Telepathically, Granny Topes, maybe you take the power. I trust you more than him. If we find the thing, then you take the magic.
I'm going to telepathically say back to Pignut,
I shall take the power. I definitely would never use it for evil and to punish anyone or to wreak terrible revenge.
Baskia, you take the power.
I'll say to Denzal,
no, you have convinced me. You have convinced me, Pignut. I must have the power for myself.
You guys are
the
taking
only way.
Yep.
I mean,
he's gonna be-
anyone listening to this is going to be deafened at this moment.
Oh, right.
We'll have to we'll have hopefully reduced that in post.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do a
it
little-
will be
we'll do a little
so
cheeky reduction.
distorted.
Little
Oh
bit of
my
audio
God.
repair.
They're fine. Denzal, look, I think collectively, I think we wanna help you. I would love for you to be making your own decisions and to really promise that you want to help us. I would also, when you're a real boy, like to potentially, like, how do we know it's going to be you again? There's another one of you walking around. Like, how do we make sure that? What do we have to do, and how do we make sure that when we meet you next, we know that it's actually you and not the other one?
The real Denzal. I'm made of magic. And magic is pulled from the world around us. It doesn't just materialize out of nothing. I am pure magic. So when I use spells, when I use my abilities, that magic comes from me and erodes me. When the real Denzal casts spells, he pulls the energy from the world around him to cast that magic. Just like a cleric summons the power of their god. The god doesn't just materialize magic in front of them. It gives them ability to draw energy from around them. But when a simulacrum uses their abilities, it comes from them, and that's why they degrade. So you ask me to cast a spell. If they cast a spell, they're fine. If they are nervous and they don't want to, don't trust them, because they will be a copy, because that magic will be eroding them.
You're making an assumption that the last Denzal isn't the real Denzal.
Why can't
don't-
you all be real?
Also, would the simulacrum still work if Denzal was dead?
We should. We are our own copies. We're a physical illusion. We're just... There's no... mechanical. He doesn't need to concentrate on the spell for this to work, and the duration is forever until
Phenomenal.
dispelled.
Denzal, you explained it beautifully there. Thank you. That was very clear and in no way confusing for the characters to hear. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, fine. That's a good tip.
What do we get out of it?
Help to end the curse.
Whatever you need, whatever knowledge. What I have learned a lot about the Netheril city, about this tower. About the Arcane Brotherhood. Help me, and I can tell you all about that.
Insight check.
Roll an insight.
We're such a distrustful group, but also so much shit has happened to us.
Not very good.
You're just thinking of when we played the Curse of Strahd. And
Yes, that's also true.
Insight check that was very high, and we're still tricked.
Cheeky little natural 20. Still didn't know. No, it doesn't matter. We'll talk about that.
I
later
rolled
today.
the
You
natural
rolled the
20. You rolled
yeah.
like 26 or something. But oh, Granny.
Absolutely outrageous.
What was her name? Nana, that's right.
Lovely Nana.
Aw.
No one knew.
No one
He
knew.
knows.
Why are all old people untrustworthy?
Just
I
like
asked
life.
my granddad all the time. Granny, why are you so untrustworthy?
Insight was, I don't think we got the number. 11. There's a desperate need to become real.
Yeah, let's make him a real boy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So, what do we need to find?
Lovely. So, he explains that on the level below, there is a rune chamber. And within that rune, he has surmised that illusions can be turned into reality. Illusions can become real. Him being an illusionary construct would mean that he believes that he will become real if he can use a life spark, which is essentially having another living creature in the room gives the machine the jolt it needs to start operating.
What does that mean? I'm going to ask him.
Yes.
When you say a life spark, what do you mean? Do I need my life spark? It feels like I need my life spark. I'm not
No.
sure I want to give it away.
It's not. It's the. It's like there is a break in the arcane loop, and it needs someone real to jump start to connect the final runes together. It doesn't sap one's power. It doesn't diminish or injure that person. It just gives the magic a blueprint of what it's doing. It goes, I'm creating reality. I'm creating something that's living and breathing.
Can I take out of my inventory, I think I've got it, the book, A Guide to the Fantastic Illusion Magic. Let's have a quick flick through and see if there's a chapter on rune chambers.
Yeah, of course.
Does Crintus, while she's flicking through, does Crintus look like the other undead creatures that we've seen? Like, is Crintus the product of this having gone wrong before?
He doesn't look. He looks
Good
like a.
question.
I don't know if you would ever have encountered like, undead before outside of this adventure. So like zombies and ghouls and things like that. He doesn't. Actually, roll me an Arcana check. Roll me an Arcana.
Oh God. Anyone else? Anyone else going to talk? I don't want to help you.
You asked the question.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
yours.
Oh God. Right, we used to fuck me, fuck you dice. Here we go. 6.
6. He's not from Icewind Dale.
Okay.
He's wearing like heavy armor. He looks like a warrior that has died and has been brought back to life. Not like pale blue skin. He's pale decaying skin. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's from Icewind Dale.
I can't roll any more dice, you guys. She's in. I feel like I've rolled enough dice now. It's too late.
Pignut is gonna ask. So you need an alive creature to get this life spark, yeah?
Yes.
So it could be an animal.
Yes, anything with life in it, anything that is real and true and exists in this world, living, breathing, beating heart.
Yeah, not my direwolf. That wouldn't work.
No.
So is there any kind of immediate chapters
yes.
in the book?
Could you please roll me a history check as you flick through?
2.
2. This book is all about illusion magic and how illusions are made. It is dense. There's a lot of it in a different language, a language that you do not recognize. Not much of it is in common. Yeah.
Well, what's the worst that can happen? Who's going in?
I can go in.
Okay. So, as you head down the final floor into the uppermost / lowermost level of this spire of this Netheril spire, you find yourselves. Where do you find yourself? Yeah, you find yourself sort of in a big open room. There's 2 doors that lead off this. This seems to be some sort of like dining hall or dining chamber. The table is upside down and broken. You can see that at some point creatures might have been sleeping here. though whatever they were have up and left. Denzal says, points over to one room and says, whoever used to inhabit this place 2,000 years ago resided in that chamber. That was their bed chamber, and then through here, and he walks over to and opens the door. This is the rune chamber. Come.
Right. I will follow him.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with. We'll go with you, yeah.
I don't know if we should all go in though, because I don't. What if something
Well,
goes wrong?
Is Pignut alive? You're kind of alive, right? Yeah. I'm gonna stay on the outside of the room.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you both should. I don't know.
Well,
I don't trust him.
Well,
I want to be there just in case.
what does it look like in here?
cool.
Are they going to shut the door?
We're dealing with.
Well, let's find out.
Ooh.
As you,
You
as
look so mischievous, and I don't like it.
as Denzal opens the door, the walls of this chambers are inscribed with interconnecting runes of gold. They go all over the ceiling, which would have been the floor. They start sort of up the walls, and they get thicker and heavier and more compact as they hit the ceiling. And they all coalesce at one point where there's this huge golden crystalline disc that is in the center of the ceiling. As you enter, an illusionary figure appears upside down on the ceiling, speaking, because you have to like climb over the arch of the door to get in. But they are speaking to the people who would have entered the room facing the doorway, and start speaking in a strange, foreign, unknown language. This person appears to be the same figure that was the statues you saw at the very entrance of this place. It seems to be the owner of the Spire.
Is the language the same? Because the message about the Nautiloid was also not in our common, right? So is it the same sounding language? Because
No.
I don't understand that language. It's different. Okay, fine.
Completely different.
Okay.
Baskia, you've gone into the room. Could you roll me a investigation or
I get advantage on investigation, so I probably won't pick whatever else you're going to
right?
say. if it
Roll
helps.
investigation.
Yeah. just to make it easier.
I like to give options.
I'm keeping my eyes on Denzal the whole time.
Uh-huh.
That is my third natural one of the game. What the fuck? I'm going to roll again, but Jesus, come on. I hate today. I don't. I'm having a lovely time, but I've rolled a 2, which is a 3.
3.
Nice, Jill.
Cool. Yeah, there's no recognition. Yeah, as you walk in, Denzal says, points up to the disc and says, when you place, from what I understand, from my readings of the books that I found, the illusion, him who sort of flickers out and disappears, he created this, and he's saying something about this is his masterpiece, and that in this space, illusions can become reality, shadows can become substance. It says, create your illusion, let it stand on top of the disc and watch the chamber do its work. But when I stand there, and he walks and he stands underneath the disc, and this golden light sort of falls over him, the runes begin to pulse, and the room has a slight golden hue to it now. But it doesn't complete. That's why I need you. And he holds out his hand to you, Baskia, to give me a life spark.
I'm just gonna nudge Cuss and Fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
Go stand under the gold theme. Stand next to him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. There's not enough. You can't get both creatures in at once.
All right. Well,
Look.
I'm just gonna watch and note. what
Could
happens.
I get I'll get an Arcana check from all of you as the sort of runes start to glow, and Denzal has his hands out.
3?
Come on. 15.
15. Baskia, as you're looking at Denzal's hand, and you're looking around the room and you're assessing the situation, you also see the cracks that go up the walls. You see where some of the runes have been broken apart because the building has had a huge impact into the ground. Which is going to affect the magic of whatever this is doing. This is not necessarily going to work. This might fail.
Do I know enough? I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to say the runes are cracked. I don't know whether or not this is going to work until we fix the runes, because at the moment there are gaps everywhere, and I now don't know what kind of magic this will do. If we fix the runes, it might work, but if we don't fix the runes, it's going to be anyone's guess.
I don't know how to fix the runes. I've not found any book or tome that explains how it works.
Okay.
I don't know how much longer or how long it would take. I want to take this risk. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I have to try.
I understand that. Do you have... By the way, I want to be really clear. I'm here to help you, so don't worry. I am now just saying this is quite a large risk for me, and I would love to have a look at the book and see if we can fix the rune so that we can do it. Because it's the book that you said that you had been looking at that explained how this chamber worked. Maybe there's something that me and my compatriots here could figure out with the runes. Maybe fix it up a little bit, make it a little bit safer. If I'm giving you a life spark, let's just make it work properly.
Can I flick through a guide to the fantastic illusion magic and just see if there's any runes that look like this rune? And
flick through, roll me a history check.
I'm just going to be like, oh, I know I can find it this time, and cast not crapness on myself. 15.
15. You find runes for illusion spells. You could try and paint some of those on the wall.
No, I was looking for more that what would look like these runes.
This book is like a textbook.
connected. Yeah.
This isn't the book of how to make this work. To your question, Denzal says, it took me days to work out that this is what this rune does.
Can I look for an insect or a bug or something live in the room that we can give instead of Baskia? I think I'm just desperate for anyone else.
Roll me a perception check.
Come on, Pignut. Yes. 23.
Then you'd have to catch it.
That's fine.
He's very speedy.
He wants something alive. We'll give him something alive.
I think down here, there is nothing.
No!
But if you want to go out and try and capture a monster or a creature that roams Icewind Dale, you can certainly do that.
Above table team, because I think I'm just going to do it because I'm feeling risky. However, what are we gaining from it before I kill myself? And then at least I want to make sure that we get something out of it if I do kill myself.
It's story progression.
Story progression, development.
He's going to give you information about the other members of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Yeah, come on,
He's going
let's
to tell
take
you about the
risks.
Netheril city.
If you don't want to do it, I'll do it.
No. I will do it. It makes sense. Plus, I love you
Understand.
both too much, so I don't want you doing it.
Go on. Also, I'm the healer, so maybe I shouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's true. Great. Fuck it. I'm going to say to him,
Please.
yeah, okay. And I'll hold out my hand. Oh, wait! Get the fuck out, you Sue. Get the fuck out. Get out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Oh, do I have to leave? Why? Why do I have to leave? Why can't I stay?
Well,
can
you
stay.
can, but I
Yeah,
worry
Pignut
that
could
if something,
stay.
but if something goes wrong in here, I would rather you.
Oh my god, I'm gonna shut the door and.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're going to say, well, it's your own. I tried. Let's go.
I'm
Thank you. And he grabs
Don't
your
kill me,
hand
okay?
and
Yep.
he grabs your hand and he closes his eyes. The light shimmers from gold to a brilliant white. Denzal lifts up off the ground as if he's being stretched and pulled. Please roll me a D100.
Oh, hello. D100 with a 10 or not?
Yes, yeah. So a D100, yeah. 10 and
Okay,
the other one.
okay, here we go. Oh, Christ. 13%.
lucky number.
He is pulled and stretched, and you can see his body begins to grow gold, like the light of the original light. So you got the silvery light that surrounds them. He is growing gold, and he goes, I feel the magic. I feel the power. And you see his body ripple and move. And then it starts to go black. And his shoulder pops off and starts to fall to the ground. And in between his torso and his arm is this black ichor as it falls to the ground. You can see in his chest starts to tear and rip open, and pure black darkness appears in his chest as he starts to scream. And he says, "No! No! No!" As suddenly he explodes. You are shunted back and you hit the door. The two of you outside hear the door rumble as something hits the door. As you open your eyes, the light is dimming. The runes are going out. And in the center of the room is a pile of black ichor and tar, which rises up. Pseudopods coming off it. And I need you to roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
We are back. Could everybody please roll initiative?
Yeah.
I rolled it.
Oh, you've already done it. Great. Could everyone please tell me their initiative? Except for Topiary. Who's around the round.
Open the door.
Strong start. It's a strong
Open that damn
start.
door.
Anyone roll above a 20? Anyone roll above a 15?
I got 18.
18.
Good, very good, very good.
Topes. Anyone between 10 and 15?
13.
13?
12.
12. Okay.
Topes, pig, Bask.
We're like public school boys, or like Oxford crowd.
Topes, pig, Bask.
pig,
Mark's shaking his
Bask.
head at me because I've just taken the opportunity to call him a pig. That's really cool.
Do you prefer to go by Nut?
Please don't call me Nut. Pig makes me laugh. I think it's the best insult ever. Pig just makes me laugh.
It's a good one.
But Sarah uses it quite liberally. In everyday life.
You told me that you liked it, so it's a term of endearment.
Right.
It's a voice note. You bloody pig. Right, I'm so sorry. I feel
You need
Should
to
we
wash your
play
mouth
D&D?
out today, Sarah.
I need to calm down is what I need to do.
Well, maybe you can get rid of some of your energy by attacking this thing that Denzal has turned into.
Oh, jeez.
Great.
What did we do?
Denzal. Denzal's body has exploded into this large black ooze, which is taking up a good portion of this room. It has pseudopods flying off it, and this portal of darkness at its center within the black ichor. Pignut, you were in the room to one side. As soon as there was the bang on the door, actually no, Crintus would have been in the room as well. So Topiary, would you have stayed outside? still?
I did, but I opened the door to be like, congratulations, and then...
Yeah, so you've gone,
So when you say
congratulations, and you open the door, and there's
Yeah.
just this big ooze.
When you say there's, I think you said there were pods or something coming off it. Could you just
like
pseudopods? What do you mean? Like on tentacles?
Yeah, like tentacles, basically.
Okay.
They use pseudopods to attack, which are like tentacles, or they could turn them into like mallets. I don't know. Anyway, top of the round, Topiary, you have flung open the door to congratulate Denzal into becoming a real boy, to discover an ooze in the center of the room, beelining for Baskia. What are you doing?
I'm going to cast Bane
Mm.
on the blob at first level.
With that's a 1.
Yep, great.
That's a 1. It has Bane.
Let's see what the arrangement
Wonderful.
So when it makes attack or saving throw, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Fantastic.
Concentration up to a minute.
Great. You're going to say outside the room, or are you going to head on in?
And a little bit of blood will roll down out of my nose because that's what's needed.
Are you in granny form or stood? Are you stood up? Or you
I'm
crouched?
going to be stood up. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm going to... Let me just have a look. Actions, spells, go to bonus action. I'm just gonna like duck back behind the door because
you throw off. You see the Bane hit the creature. It sags slightly in places. It's and as it sort of sags, you get a better sort of view of this dark, swirling black hole in the center of its body. It is now the Void Pool's turn. It is going to slowly slide towards you, Baskia. And one outstretched pseudopod is going to reach out and smack against you. It's got with a minus d4.
Come on.
What's your AC?
16.
So that's a 21. So that is a 19 to hit. You will take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 points of necrotic damage.
Oof.
As you are pulled into the creature. You are grappled within its one of its pseudopods. It is then... Oh, screw it. It's going to then go for Pignut with the other one. That's going to miss. I rolled a 7 on the die. You managed to duck out of the way. Lovely. So you are now grappled and being pulled towards the center. As you are in its hand, you can feel the gravitational pull to the swirling portal in its chest. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. That is its turn. That brings us to Quintus's turn, who is... Ooh. I thought he was just going to attack it, but that is his former master. He's going to say, he's going to wildly look around. And he's going to pull a bow and arrow off his back, and he's going to say, we have to stop this. What? And he's going to pull this bow and arrow, and he's going to start firing it at the crystal platform in the ceiling to see if he can destroy that, in hopes that might stop everything. That is a miss. That is a hit. An arrow fires off and ricochets off the platform, dealing no damage. He sort of looks at the creature and goes, Denzal, no, there's one more. I must find him. And he's going to start turning around and he's going to try and flee. Pignut, it is your turn.
Thanks! Thanks for your help, Quintus! Good luck! Little prick! I'm gonna fire an arrow at the pseudopod holding that's grasped hold of Baskia.
Is your intention to try and make it drop it or just deal damage?
Drop it.
Drop
Try
it.
and make
So I'm going to give it a higher armor class. If you hit that, because you're hitting a really specific place, if you hit that, I'll give Baskia a advantage on trying to escape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll do that.
So I've given it a +5 to its AC.
Are we in semi-darkness? Is there much light down here?
No, with the light of the runes and stuff, I'd say no.
Thanks for the roll. Come on. 15.
15 is now its armor class.
Ooh,
Oh,
Actually, sorry, 15. No, 15 hits. 15 is. It has a very low armor class. It's an ooze.
do I deal damage then, or does that just give her the?
You get to deal damage, and we'll get advantage. Baskia will get advantage on her save.
nice.
That was 7 damage. That one.
7 damage. Wonderful.
Oh bugger! Hunter's mark.
Okay.
Okay, and then fine again. That is 18.
18. Just going for the body this time. Yeah, absolutely. Your arrow flies into it. Roll your damage.
Terrible. 3 + 5, 8 damage.
8 damage.
And then gonna do my dread ambusher to do one last hit.
Absolutely.
Oh, 16. Terrible rolling.
16 hits though. It's an ooze. It's got an armor class of 8.
Oh wow, excellent.
Okay. That's 2d8. Come on. Nice. Okay, 10, 18 + 5, 23 damage.
23 damage. Wow. Fantastic. As you fire off your final arrow, seeing Kiryndur flee the room, jumping over the archway, and he says, whatever you do, do not let this room fall. I will bring the other Denzal here. And he's going to start fleeing.
Just tried to shoot the. Okay.
Lovely. Pignut, that's your turn. Baskia, you are currently grappled by this creature, being pulled towards the center. I need you to make a strength saving throw, and you get to do this with advantage. Oh, actually, I'll let you choose. You are being pulled towards the creature, towards its center. So you're trying to do everything you can to not be pulled to it. So I imagine like feet braced on the ground. This saving throw is to keep you from moving closer. So you can either use your advantage to stop yourself moving closer, or on your turn, you can choose to forego one of your attacks to try and get out of the grapple and get advantage on that. So it's up to you where you want your advantage to go.
It feels like getting out of the grapple is long-term smarter to use the advantage on.
Okay.
So I'm going to use it on that.
Okay, so can you make a a strength saving throw straight to try and stop being pulled towards the void?
Okay. Come on. Ooh, 19.
19, you are not pulled. On a success. But you do take 4 points of force damage as you are squeezed within its arms, and you can feel the pulling part of your being into the hole of darkness. Lovely, Baskia, it is your turn. What are you up to?
My life spark has made a terrible thing. I would like to use the wonderful advantage that Pignut kindly gave me to get out of the grip of this thing. Would be amazing.
Please roll me a so this is this is an acrobatics or an athletics check.
It'll be acrobatics, which will be a 15.
15 is enough. You managed to slide out of the tendril. You are still within melee of the creature, but you've got one more attack, because you've got 2 attacks, don't you?
I have. So it's one action, but 2 attacks per action. So I think that's my action.
No.
So
I'm going to say that just takes one of your attacks out of the action. So you still got an attack.
Exceptional. In which case, yes, I would love to attack it, please. So that would be a 14, which I think hits.
14 hits.
Great. Which let's grab a dice. Grab a dice. Ooh. 9 points of slashing damage.
9 points of slashing.
I'll flurry of blows it because why wouldn't I? Oh, that's an 18 naturally, so that hits. And then the second one is also going to hit because it's a natural 9 plus 7, so both hit if that's cool.
Yep.
I can't remember if it's a D4. I think it is. Flurry of blows. Oh no, it's a D6.
D6 now.
Gosh, that's exciting. So I roll 2 D6s.
We punch this creature.
Ooh. Okay, so 9 plus 8, so 16, 17 points
17
of
damage. Wow.
And I'm going to impose that it cannot take a reaction.
Okay.
And I think that's probably the only helpful thing that my open hand can do. Yeah. Maybe I'll push it back just because I can.
Okay.
Yeah, so it has to make a dex saving throw, DC 13.
That is 9.
Oh, great. So I push it backwards 15 feet.
It's pushed back to the back of this chamber, giving you all sort of a good 15, 20 feet between you and the creature. Lovely. Anything else on your turn?
No, I love that. So yeah, like out of the grapple with the short sword, punch, and then with the last punch, she's like pushing it away, and there's just all this energy that just pushes it back. Super cool.
And you feel that as you punch to push it back, you find like the like two magnets with the same end pointing to each other. You feel that force, and you are kind of pushed away a little bit as the force of your energy and your chi against the pull of this portal sort of reacts to each other and push it back. Wonderful. That brings us to Topari's turn.
Okay. So it's not undead, is it?
It is. I mean, it's an ooze. That is its creature type.
What I'm thinking is of casting command, because it is a creature. And it's not undead, and it's Denzal, so it can understand language, right?
This is the thing. Is it Denzal anymore?
All right, well, let's try. I'm going to cast, because, he said to keep it here. So I'm going to cast command at first level and say sleep.
Sleep. Wisdom
save of 14
with Bane, I guess, as well.
Bane's Bane's still thanks
up.
For the reminder. Yeah, it's not command's not concentration or anything, so I'm hoping that we can just book it and shut the door and put a big a chair underneath the handle, and they can come back and maybe save him.
I thought you wanted us to preserve the room, not the portal.
Yeah,
I thought they wanted him to save the blob. Yeah,
he's
blob,
going to go
right?
get the other Denzal. And bring
well,
it back
it'd be
to
kind
this
of funny
room.
when they open the door and there's a big blob monster in there.
So, this creature doesn't understand language. However, it was Denzal like 10 seconds ago. So there may be a little bit of that humanity left. So I'm going to say the spell, they're going to roll with advantage on the check. How does that sound?
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's fair. They've got a -2 to wisdom as well, plus a -d4. Okay, as you call out the word sleep, you find within the creature you are kind of pulled into the void at the center of this being. Within that void, you can see a rough and ready wizard with robes, patchwork, with his wizard hat. You see a little scruff of brown fur on his chin, you see Denzal. And he sees you and he says, Did it work? Am I back?
We can save him.
Am I human?
Sleep. We will save you later. Sleep.
As he sort of looks at you, he says, sleep.
Yes, sleep.
There is
It will.
so much to do, so much to find.
Look, Denzal, you're not quite human, so we need to
What?
just maybe find some spell ingredients and we'll come back for you, Denzal, but you must sleep.
It didn't work.
Kind of.
As he falls
Kind of not.
forwards, floating in the darkness, asleep. As you
Right, I
are
want to rush
pulled
in and grab Pignut
out.
and Baskia and be pulling them out by their collars. And what
You-
I really want to do is get out and then
Mhm.
shut the door and then shove a chair under the door.
As you watch the void pull from the outside, you see the ooze sort of melts a little bit, spreads out across the room, goes a bit more liquidy, loses
can't
some
believe
of
that
its
worked.
substance. It's only for a round. Topiary launches themselves over the door and starts pulling at Pignut and Baskia. Do you go
What
with?
happened? What happened? What?
Run! Right, yeah, I just, you know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run out,
Yeah,
Shut the
Pignut,
door,
Pignut and
chair under
Baskia,
the
do you
door.
guys follow?
bucket.
We doing Pignut?
Yeah, I'll follow. I'll be like, why don't he just like ooze underneath the crack in the bottom of the door and follow us? And I'll keep an eye out.
He won't know. We'll be gone. We'll be gone. Someone else's problem.
All right, so as the three of you launch yourselves out of the room back into the upside down chamber, you grab these like discarded bits of furniture.
I'll shove a towel under the door.
A little smoker's like blocker.
Of course, you doing that is on the ceiling because the bottom of the door is on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be fine. God, I didn't think of that. Let's just book it. You'll probably be fine.
Well, that's even.
We'll deal with it when we come back to make another Denzal reel. Or
We're
they'll do
out.
it.
We're out the door.
Fine.
Let's go.
As you leap out,
We'll leave a note at the top of at the entrance.
as you
like-
leap out of the chamber, so remember the whole out of here is a rope, so you have to climb up the rope. So I think as you start climbing out of the rope, you hear the gurgle roar. You can feel the vibration. And as you are the last person climbing out of this chamber up to the level above, can see the door bending inwards, like the door is being yanked into this portal. As you keep booking it and climbing up the rope.
Should we?
We are a responsible heroing party. It'll be fine. I mean, it's not like it's the first large monster that we've kind of unleashed into areas.
We should get out of this building. We either need to go back and fight it, or we need to get out of this building. That's for sure.
I would like
God,
to.
but what about the
You-
magic? What about the magic?
Are you
and the
guys?
power
Are you
here?
guys? I need to know
Oh.
now. Have you guys stopped to have this conversation?
No,
or
no,
are you
just get out of
running?
here.
No. Yeah,
I'm
we're
going to
running.
be pulling you guys along, and
All right.
what I want to do is when I get to around like the top, I'm just trying to think if I've got any paper or
Well,
grab some paper
Hold,
and just
hold,
leave a little note.
Hold the phone.
top.
Hold the phone, everyone. I need a group athletics or acrobatics check. You can choose which one you want. This is for you climbing the ropes and getting out of
Right,
this
yeah.
area with
Gonna
speed.
choose
So acrobatics or athletics.
Come on.
Yeah, 24.
4,
Um,
fantastic.
right.
11.
11, okay.
16.
So Topiary and Pignut, you're fine getting out. Baskia, you're falling behind. You're kind of like one level behind the other
Injured.
two. Yeah,
I'm injured. I've
absolutely.
hurt myself.
If she's climbing up the rope, can I start pulling the rope up to get her up faster?
to help sort of speed. So you're sort of
With my
delayed
strength.
as well. As you get like the floor below the first floor, you can hear noises. You can hear this looks like it will be a safe place. We'll bed down here until the storm passes, and then we will get out of here and get back to the mountains. All right?
8. We don't need to be that fast. We just need to be faster than them. Whoever it is, I'm going to throw him down the hole.
Is it Denzal?
No, this is a different voice. As you're pulling up, you getting to the first floor, you hear another voice that goes, "What is this place? This is, I don't like this." And he was like, "Oh, it's the places of old. We need to we will just use this for shelter for the time being." And as you get up, you see a mixture of humans and hobgoblins, all in furs of deer and elk, setting up like a small camp. One of them starting to light a fire. They've got an elk which they've killed, which they've pulled down. Remember, there's like a 20-foot like slide to get to the first floor. As you start pulling yourselves up, weapons are drawn, and the chief sort of goes, "Who are you?"
Danger! Danger! Great danger! There's a horrible monster down there. Run, buckets, for your lives!
The void thing, it's going to suck you into its stomach and then spit you out without any...
What has been released from the earth? Who could have released such a terrible thing? I don't know. We were just looking around for books.
Run!
Could I get a persuasion or intimidation check from the group, please?
Can I just say as well that climbing is actually something that doesn't cost me any extra movement.
Fantastic.
So if that would have given me advantage or like
I have
helped me,
something
then
like
You
that.
would have been able to keep up with the group.
Thank you.
I have the no penalty on difficult terrain. I don't think that really helps. Oh, I got cat bum.
Oh, fuck.
Natural one.
And I got a 3.
I'm just gonna run past them and try and drag the other 2 with me and just be like,
as you do that, there's like
get out of the way of
there's
the
like
swords.
8 of them in this room, and they blocking your path and go, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! You're
I
gonna
want to
slow
do-
down and you're gonna speak to us, okay? What is
There's
going
no-
on?"
There's a big void monster thing, the big old ooze thing full of magic that's going to suck the life out of all of us. You need to run.
I'm just gonna try and like just continue running full pelt. You know, like American football
Yeah.
or rugby. I just want to
need
like
a
power through.
athletics check. As one of them is going to try and block you.
Oh dang. 12.
You get tackled to the floor as one of them grabs you and pins you down. The other one goes, "Look, we have met all sorts of people here saying all sort of lies and fibs. What is happening here?" Sorry,
What
he
are
doesn't
you
say lies and
doing?
fibs. That's such a shit
What
thing
a-
to say.
What are you doing? You don't even know us. You want to stay here and die. You stay here and die. We're getting the fuck out. Like, what are you doing?
Run,
And then I'll try and
Pignut
like.
Baskia, save yourselves.
As you sort of yell this, "Save yourselves!" You are the 2 of you are pinned to the ground. Sorry. Topiary is pinned to the ground. There's this moment because it's less of like they're trying to stop you and more of utter confusion about what the hell is happening here.
I'm just. Can I crawl?
One
Can I
of them,
crawl
hold
along
on,
the ground with them,
hold
holding onto like a leg?
on. I'm trying to tell you stuff. As you are pinned to the ground, Topiary, it's a female warrior. He pinned you down. She's looking at you and she goes, "Lay."
Lay. Uh-oh. Right, let me just check my notes because I know who this is.
I shoot her.
What other secrets are we about to find out
Lay.
about Topes?
Do
I look
Writing it down.
blue?
Writing it down.
I'm gonna say.
She sort of like stands up and the chief sort of looks over and sees you and says, "No, it's not. It's not. Look, I don't know what you are or what is happening. At this point, the whole building rumbles. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw, please."
At least we're gonna kill a load of other people along with ourselves. Sorry, strength saving.
Mhm.
Cool. 10.
22.
2.
Oh damn.
13.
I mean, I'm already on the
13.
floor, so I can't fall over anymore, right?
So Topiary, you start to get pulled towards the hole that you guys had climbed out of. You see 2 of the warriors just fall down the hole, being yanked by whatever force, gravitational pull. At this point, the chief goes, "Everybody out! Everybody out!" As they start scrabbling towards the slippery slide that brought you all down here. Several of them have got like pickaxes, and you can see on their boots they've got spikes on their boots, and they're sort of trying to get up. One of them is run down and is trying to put down a hand and pull up the rope that you left there to pull up the warriors that were trapped down there. What are you guys doing? Topiary, you are sort of at the back of the crowd.
I'm going to help.
I'm going to help as well, yeah.
Can I see down the hole? Can I see the creature? Because I'm going to start fire at it again.
Yeah, you can see coming up from, we've got like an angle to the next hole that goes down to the next layer. And you can see black ooze is beginning to melt out of the top of the hole.
Does it look bigger? Or
it does look bigger.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna fire then. I'm just going to fire at it again.
Roll me an attack.
Oh, dear.
14. Oh.
14 hits.
Oh, of course, it's 8. Sorry, I thought
Yeah, it's a big squishy ooze.
It all got Hunter's Mark on it.
Mm-hmm.
13 plus 5. 18.
18, lovely.
And then second attack. Natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gosh.
I rolled 2 1s, so they're doubled.
Wow.
To 4 plus 5. Oh, that's so frustrating.
oh no. So,
4 plus 5, so 9.
9. Okay, excellent. As you fire off the 2 arrows, I will give you with that natural 20, it kind of recedes a little bit. So buying you a little bit more time. Over this time, Baskia and Topiary, you managed to pull up a couple of the elk warriors. Are you going to stand and fight and try and get rid of this thing, or are you going to try and escape out of here?
Let's book it.
I'm going to stay with Pignut, so I don't know what... If Pignut's fighting it, then I will stay with him and fight it. But if you're
I will pick up Pignut and run. like before, like I was the rugby player and Pignut's
It's getting bigger! What if it gets so big it swallows the whole world?
You're thinking too far ahead. Too far ahead, Pignut. Let us be.
Can I still fire from behind Granny?
If you're being dragged away, you can't fire at the moment because you can't see it anymore because you've been pulled away. Baskia, are you following?
Yeah, if Pignut's gone, then I'll go with them.
Cool. How are you guys getting back up the slippery slide?
Well, does this count as difficult terrain?
No, it's a shaft of ice that goes upwards. This is more about...
I know what I'll do. I will send Mr. Fluffy in to attack and distract the ooze.
Okay. It looks like
So it's going to buy us a bit more time.
You got. I'll fight with. Oh God!
He's not real, Pignut.
I mean,
There'll be another Fluffy.
It like
Can
turns
I-
and pads around and jumps down the hole.
Can I chuck another fluff down there?
Yeah, of course.
Or
Roll your D8.
I just want another fluff to see if I can get like an elk.
Okay.
We can ride out.
Well, you won't be able to ride an elk up a vertical shaft of ice, just to say.
Could I ride a giant badger?
Yes, you could drive a giant badger.
I can walk up it. I can walk up ice. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start firing at it again.
You can walk up ice.
Yes, I've decided. No, I've got boots that says that ice. Definitely, it's in my backstory that Pignut doesn't remember. No, I've got the boots. I've got boots on.
No, I think
Boots
that just
in the
makes
Winterland.
like difficult terrain. It doesn't mean you can walk up ice walls.
You ignore difficult terrain.
It's not
Chris.
difficult
Ice.
terrain.
Hi, ice or snow? Ice. It says.
I'm rolling for my creature.
But the ice isn't. It's not difficult terrain. It's a vertical shaft of ice.
Right.
I disagree.
Right. I've got a boar.
You've got a boar. Okay, that one is thrown down the hole.
Let me just check what he's like. Just before I throw him down the hole, I want to see if he's particularly. Oh, is it? No, it's not a giant boar. It's a
I'm
regular
going to throw
boar.
a dart at this thing while this is happening.
Okay, you go back, look down the hole. It has grown. It is filling this thing like water.
Yeah.
And black ichor is sort of growing through the wall. You see like the wolf is like biting and fighting against the ooze.
Boar
that is
just going to go
slowly-
in like plop. in water, in like a
disappears.
pool of
It
water,
gets-
and just sink to the bottom.
Oh my god.
Because I don't mind for comedy effect. I don't mind if he just like that happens.
Is there like there's just a hole, right? There's just a hole that like is there something can we push a rock over the hole? Can we plug the hole?
Let me remind myself what's on this level.
I don't think that's gonna help.
I just thought as well, I can cast sleep, so that's worked once, so I'll cast it again. Just to buy us more time, maybe, to get out.
Yeah, let's book it.
If
At least if we're
we-
outside,
we
there's
need
like
to-
8
we
other
either
people
need-
that might be able to help us.
We either need to all fight it together,
Yeah.
or we need to get out.
But there is a group outside of 8 soldiers, so I think we've got a better bet out there if it does get out.
Someone holler up and be like,
there is debris and stuff. There's a library in here. All the shelves are fixed to the wall, so you had to take them off the walls to cover the hole.
No point. No point.
How did
No,
they
let's
get
just
up
book
out
it.
of the hole?
It's a slope. It'll
They
just
have
slip
all-
down the slope.
They have,
Ice.
they've
Sorry.
got pickaxes, which they've been using to climb up, and spiked boots.
Hey, little help here, little help. We tried to warn you. What, are you going to just leave us down here?
They are climbing up, and they say, "We'll throw you a rope when we get to the top."
Well,
Yeah, I
fucking
trust
climb
them.
faster. Don't mind us.
I'm attacking again, seeing if it's doing any damage, like, and so I can read on the
Roll me in a couple attack rolls. And roll me a dart. I think you said you're going to roll a dart attack, Baskia.
Yeah, but I wonder if I should do sleep. Well, what's
You
better?
said you're going to do sleep.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
do
do
sleep.
sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me your dice for sleep.
Could I have hit it before?
Yeah.
I rolled a 16 and a 19, which I
Right.
think.
Yep.
16 plus 10, so 26 for both hits. So as in like that's the
Yeah.
full.
One, 5. Yeah, it's growing bigger. The hit point pool is getting bigger, just so you know, because it's growing.
Why is it growing though? If we're what's it? Is it consuming?
It's
things?
consuming
Well,
and growing as it just eats
The whole
the Netherese tower.
room.
Well,
what did
I
you
won't
roll
feed
for
it any more
your-
animals.
25.
25.
Which I think is going to be enough.
Let me have a look.
Probably put the wolf to sleep. Actually, I've just realised.
Yeah, it would go for the wolf first.
Because if
wouldn't
it's the smaller hit points, yeah, she's done this
the
before.
wolf
This is classic
falls, the
Baskia.
wolf falls asleep and is pulled into the void in the center of the creature. It doesn't fall asleep, but it does slow down. So it has bought you a little bit of time. As you're standing on the final level of here, the ooze is only slowly filling the Netherese tower, consuming everything in its wake. You can see the portal at its center. You got really close to it. That portal is growing bigger and bigger and is consuming.
Need to stop this.
What are you doing?
I'm attacking it.
Get out of here, man.
We
We
should
can't. We're waiting for the pickaxes, so I'm going to attack it while we're
We
waiting.
can try. Couldn't we?
Well, yeah, if you're climbing out, tell me how
Yeah,
you're
let's
climbing out,
climb.
and we can roll some checks. Or if you're attacking,
Let me
you're
see if
attacking.
I've got anything useful in my inventory. I've got a pick. So I'm gonna. I still want to grab Pignut like a football, and
I don't know if Pignut's going to let you grab him again. Like,
I don't think. Yeah, I feel like we're responsible for this. Like Pignut is trying to stop it, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
all right. Well, I'm
Gonna stay.
gonna.
Okay, I'm
tie-
gonna throw us back into initiative then. So, Topiary, you are up first at the top of the round.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to use my action to tie my rope around my waist,
Mhm.
leaving the rope dangling behind me, and I'm going to start trying to run up
Mhm.
using my pickaxe
Okay.
to grab some kind of
roll
like.
me an athletics check as you start to try and climb the tunnel.
Jeez, this dice is. It's either great or not great. 10.
10. Slow progress. You've gotten
is-
maybe up about
progress
10
is
feet,
progress.
if that.
Yeah.
Lovely. That
Probably
brings
could have
us.
jumped.
The void pool is sleepy and not with it. It's just going to have one attack. Pignut, you're closest, so it's going to go for you. I'm going to give you some cover as well, so your AC's got a +2 to it. Because it's like at an angle as a pseudopod reaches out and tries and grabs you. That's a 3 on the dice, so that's going to miss. Lovely. That's going to bring us to Pignut. It is your turn.
again.
Yeah, roll your attacks.
16.
16
and
hits.
natural 1. Fuck off.
That one misses, but the 16 does hit.
11 plus 5. 16.
16.
Ooh,
Oof.
and no, sorry.
Yep. You fire off your arrow.
Can I gauge anything? Like, is there any point me trying to fight this? If I'm not making, if it's gaining hit points faster than I'm the damage that I'm dealing it, then I'm gonna have to reassess.
Roll me.
Are you feeding it arrows?
Roll me an Arcana.
Snackish.
Yeah, they're vegetables, so who knows?
Yeah, of course.
Roll me a if you want to know about the magical properties of what's going on, roll me an Arcana check. If you want to know like more of a tactics and sort of basically a survival check to sort of get a sense of.
I think it's that. I think it's he's desperate to try and stop it as opposed to understand it.
Cool.
Yeah, 29.
29 on survival.
Yep.
Fucking hell. Okay, cool. As you look, you see that it is feasting on the walls. It is drawing in this. Now that you know that this place is 2,000 years old, made by arcanists who had magical abilities well beyond any sort of mortal in the realm at the moment. And this is a strange, probably magical substance. It is feasting off the magic and the power and the structure itself. That is kind of its main priority. Doing that is growing. You can also see all the furniture, the arrows, everything is being absorbed into this void in the center of it. Which is kind of like the heart, the center of this creature.
Okay, so tactically though,
oh,
I think I was looking into like how.
Yeah, sorry, I went off on a tangent. So it will feast and grow while this tower exists until the tower is destroyed. Then it will be sated. At that point, it will be a lot more vulnerable because it won't be sort of feeding and replenishing itself. So if you can find a way to stop it from feeding the walls or distract it from feeding the walls and do something else, that will slow its consumption of this place, or it is waiting until it has consumed and then trying to tackle it then.
Okay. Then, yep, I'll say that telepathically to it's getting bigger because it's eating the magic of the place. It's just getting bigger and bigger.
I will give you, if you can find some way to sever. This thing was created from Denzal. This thing, in a way, is Denzal, and it is ancient and from the past. And if you can find a way to sever. It's like finding a way of severing the magic that is in this creature.
Yeah. Well, I'll try and appeal to Denzal then, himself, middle of it, and go, Denzal, I know you wanted to become alive, but you've turned into a monster, and you're about to kill everyone. You said you were going to help us if we helped you, but it's gone wrong. I'm sorry we failed, but you need to let go. We'll find your other Denzal and make you real.
Roll me a persuasion or an insight check.
Right, I gotta do insight because my persuasion's.
It's what he would have wanted.
to be a big
Black ooze.
power hungry blob.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Oh,
Your voice. The only way to be able to speak to Denzal is to be in that ooze.
Can I shout, where are these fucking pitons? But also cast ice from my hands, frost fingers.
Oh, yeah.
And, like at it. So 15-foot cone, obviously avoiding Pignut wherever he is. I know he's not down there, but like just 15-foot cone straight at it. It's a con 13 save.
Con 13. That is a 4 on the die, so that is success.
Yes.
So
that
full
will
damage.
be not bad. 9 points of cold damage. It also freezes non-magical liquids, but I suspect that might be magical liquid, but just as an FYI.
I think in this moment, as you lean down and freeze the base, you create like an icy platform on top of this black ichor, which is slowly filling filling the chamber below. Anything else on your turn, Baskia?
No, I will move back to where the thing is and be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, you can see Topiary like going up like 4 feet and then sliding down 3, then going up 1 and then sliding back down, and this coil of rope behind her.
Can I say to Pignut as well, because you're in the vicinity too, I'll be like, Pignut, the only other option is that we go like back to back and try to walk up the walls. We're both quite dexy.
You're about 3 times the size of me, no offense.
oh my god, just grab the rope.
Topiary, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to look out for them throwing the rope down to us and continue to use. Wait, let me think. I want to continue to use the pickaxe to move up, but because I can, I'm going to cast. Where is it? Where is it? Spiritual weapon, which I can. So I've got 60 feet.
Yep.
So I'll cast it as I start the turn and try and cast it as close as possible to the blob.
Okay.
And to attack with it. And I just want to continue trying to move up.
Yeah, fab. I will. Yeah, you
at 3rd level.
You fire your. You've not gone up enough, so you can kind of still got a decent view of the room. So you can fire your spiritual weapon sort of down the hole to the next chamber in an estimated area where this creature is. Roll your attack.
Going to be big old pickaxe, and my attack. Oh, I don't know if I should use that dice. It's going to be 15 to hit.
15 hits.
And it's going to be 1d8 plus 3. 6.
6 points of damage. Nice. Excellent.
And then
Lovely.
just continue trying to get up.
Yeah, as you climb, roll me another athletics check.
And I'm looking for that rope that they said they would throw down. Oop, 13. Athletics 13.
Yeah, you managed to climb like 20 feet. You're sort of getting moving now. Lovely. So that brings us to the void pool. As it grows, it's going to launch one of its pseudopods, one at Pignut, one at Baskia, as it is now rising out of the room. A big sort of large chunk of it has launched itself out towards the hole, and 2 arms go out and try and grab you both. So Pignut, that is a 23 to hit. And Baskia, that is not as good. That is an 11 to hit.
That one misses.
So Pignut, you are grappled by this creature, and you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 points of necrotic damage. So 13 in all.
12? 5 plus 7, is that right?
12 points of damage. Lovely. As you are grappled by this creature, that brings us to Pignut. Could you make a strength saving throw?
12.
12. Baskia, you watch Pignut be pulled down to the chamber below. You're being pulled hovering above the sea of ooze. You can see now a large vortex of black gravitational space, which everything is being pulled into. You can see the it's odd. You can see almost like the entirety of the spire within that portal. Roll me a perception check. Pignut?
Oh, Pignut, sorry. Oh, that's good. 25.
At the center, you can see in a shadowy outline of Denzal in the center of this black mass, pulling everything in towards it.
I'm gonna scream at him.
Mm-hmm.
Denzal, let go and let me go. Please, we'll find another way. But you're destroying everything, and you're about to kill me.
Roll me a persuasion or intimidation check.
Okay. With a -2. Come on. Natural 20 or an 18. I will use if I need to. I will use. But I'll just fucking do it. For knowledge from a past life. I'll roll a d6 as well.
Do it.
Is it all?
Yeah. 4.
4.
So that'll be
22 on a nat 20. Brilliant. As you call out to Denzal, the pseudopod brings you closer to the center of it, to this vortex. You can hear the rushing of wind as you see a huge city within the portal. If all of 10 towns was one big city, it's that big. Like it stretches the length of all of 10 towns. It's large. It's got towers and spires, and it's all made of this dark black and purple metal and stone. You see it tip and start falling towards the ground, hitting an icy expanse beneath it. There is a launch of ice and snow as it embeds itself. Time moves on, and it is covered by a glacier and ice and snow. Deep beneath the ice of 10 towns is a Netherese city. The city which you see now, the spire you have been in has snapped off and crashing into the ice, and over time has slowly risen back to the surface.
Did I see where it landed in where the main city landed?
I don't think you see where it lands, but you see standing on the edge, sort of imprinting himself onto the city. You see Denzal standing on a balcony as the city falls. And he says, I'm nothing but shadow and ice. I am nothing but a copy. Please, if you can find this city, if you can find what this place is, try and find the power to bring me back, please. I want to exist. Help me.
I'll try. But I've got to be alive in order to do that myself.
It seems that we are similar. Go find your life spark. Find out what has brought you back and who you are and why you're here. Because meeting you all, I don't want to be Denzal, the one that has been imprisoned, imprinted in my mind. I want to be this version of me, a different version, as you are pulled towards the center of it. You feel the grip loosen on you as the void pool begins to shrink smaller and smaller. You see around it no longer the tower, but just a empty chasm of ice leading down to a point to which was the tip of this tower of emptiness. It has consumed all of this metal and stone. Find the city. Find the city.
Try.
As the pseudopod unravels itself around you, as a small little ooze is sat up on your shoulder.
Oh my god, have I got a pet?
And it is that moment, as Baskia, you watch this, you see this ooze has disappeared around him, a little ooze on his shoulder, and suddenly here he is in a chasm with no floor. As he is floating like 80 feet from the bottom of it.
I have a rope, and I'm going to throw the end of it to him and be like, Pignut, pay attention, rope incoming!
Yeah, but what are you holding on to?
Denzal!
I'm in the top bit, right?
Okay.
Like I'm in
Yeah.
the top
You're
of the
looking
floor,
down the hole.
Yeah. So I'm going to throw it, and then I'd be like, stop looking at whatever the fuck that is!
Would you like a carrot?
As a rope, as you start to plummet, a rope is coming towards you. I will take an acrobatics check from Baskia and a dexterity saving throw from Pignut.
Come on. What's a good Dexy dice?
Actually, Pignut, don't roll yet. We're going to wait for Baskia.
It's very stressful. Okay, here we go. Oh, natural 17s. That is going to be 24.
Roll with advantage, Pignut.
Yeah. 27.
27. As you manage to grab the rope, Baskia, you are holding it there, bracing your feet. Looking down, Pignut, now you see this just empty chasm of darkness beneath you where this tower was embedded. So it's just like an empty shell. You're being pulled up. However, at this point, you feel the room, Baskia, around you shift because there's nothing holding it in place. So the room is slowly sliding down. As you start pulling up Pignut, the two of you start running towards and Denzal on your shoulder, starting to run towards the slide that goes backward. Topiary is like halfway up it at this point. A rope is...
I would have only gone 50 feet because that's how long the rope is.
You go 50 feet. There's a rope above you as well, which is beginning to trail down as the elk tribe has managed to get out. Yeah, what do you do? Tell me how are you escaping? How are you getting out of here?
So there's a rope from Topiary, right? And now Topiary's got a rope from the other one. Okay. So I'd be like, Topiary, are you ready? We're gonna jump on.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I've been ready for ages.
Have you grabbed the other one? Like, where are you at?
yeah. I mean, I've got the pickaxe as well, so I'm kind of embedded in. So as soon as the rope that's hanging towards you is tied around my waist. So as soon as I can, I want to be grabbing that rope and I'll put my pickaxe in.
Jeez.
Fantastic. So you two grab the rope at the very bottom. Topiary, you grab the rope above you. You hear the elk tribe going, pull! pull as they are all
Nice.
starting to yank you up. Baskia and Pignut, you're holding onto the rope. You see beneath you the Netheril spiral is slowly starting to slide and crumble as it's falling down into the chasm beneath you as you are being yanked up. The echoes of the elk tribe above you. As you are all pulled out into a snowstorm, you hear the crash and the rumble of the spire beneath you crashing into the base of this chasm. The wind blasts around you as you get out of here. Wide-eyed elk tribe stand around you. There is a little mini ooze on your shoulder, Pignut. What remains of this version of Denzal. And the leader of the tribe says, I don't know what the hell just happened just now, but we need to bed down before this snowstorm takes over us. Quick, we've got to find some shelter. And turns to you, Topiary. Have you seen your sister of late? Is she safe? And that's where we all end.
Nice. Bravo, Barnaby. That was excellent.
Oh, craziness.
Thank you.
That's not
Thank you.
anything that was expected or written in a book. I love it.
It's so funny because
Weird.
it's oh man, it took us so long to do it, and then we just made it so much worse.
That's what we do. I mean, it's
true.
even Baskia if she's not getting other people killed.
Oh, how very dare you!
What was the number that Baskia needed to roll to like make the Denzal real?
Denzal real. 1 to 10, he would have just bipped out of existence, gone. From 11 to 50, they turn into, in the book it's a black pudding. I changed it to a void pool monster from Tome Beasts Volume 2, if anyone's interested. Oh, this one's awful. If you roll a 50 to a 90, they become real. But I roll some dice, and that is how many hours they are real for. And then they blip out of existence. But they don't know
I
that.
prefer him as a blob.
Yeah. But if you roll 90 to 100, they become real.
Oh man,
How much of a shame would it have been and we wouldn't have known, and he would just gone. Boop.
At one point, he would just, either if he was with you, if he went on his own way, he would have just vanished.